drive has been a lot of fun. Auto tours are great because you can see a lot in a short amount of time. And they often give you the opportunity to pull off and get out so that you can take pictures or go on a hike to explore, sometimes with beautiful destination spots like this little waterfall. There are miles and miles of streams and rivers here in the Smokies, with many waterfalls, which is not just great for photos, it's great for wildlife too. Animals need sources of fresh water, so habitats that have a lot of fresh water often attract a lot of creatures. One little critter who likes to live no more than 2 miles from a fresh water source is the cute, but not cuddly, skunk. Skunks are primarily a New World animal. In North America, there are 4 groups in the skunk kind: striped skunks, spotted skunks, hooded skunks, and hognose skunks. The striped skunk is the most common species found across North America and here in the Smokies. Striped skunks are nocturnal, sleeping during the day and foraging around for food at night. They have pretty poor eyesight, but they have an amazing sense of smell and excellent hearing to understand their surroundings and to find food. Because they don't have the best eyesight, you can easily startle one if you come across one suddenly or if you get too close. And these are things you do not want to do, which is why we're here at the Ober-Gatlinburg Wildlife Encounter to see some skunks safely up close. Striped skunks have short legs, which means they can't move very fast, and they appear to waddle when they walk. If a skunk feels surprised or threatened, its special weapon to defend itself, and what it's most known for, is its incredibly stinky spray. The liquid that a skunk sprays is an organic, oily mix of sulfur-based compounds that smells like rotten eggs. A skunk will only use this special weapon as a last resort to defend itself or its babies. If a striped skunk feels threatened or frightened, it will often try to run away first. If that doesn't work, or it feels really threatened, it will turn to face the threat and give a warning. It will stomp its feet, fluff its fur to look bigger, scratch the ground, and growl or hiss. For a final warning, a skunk will turn back around and lift its tail in the air before aiming and spraying. A skunk has the incredible ability to accurately aim its spray up to 15 feet away. Skunks can spray 6 times in a row before running out of their secret weapon, so they only use it as a last resort. If they use up all their stinky liquid, they're defenseless until their body generates more, which can take up to 10 to 14 days. A skunk's spray is so stinky that it can be smelled for over a mile away, and it can linger for days or even months. It's a nasty smell, but it is not deadly. Skunks are extremely adaptable creatures and can live very well in many different habitats as long as they have food, water, and shelter. They like to live where 2 habitats meet, like a field and a forest, or a water source and a forest, because it provides them with more shelter and food options. In the Smokies, they normally live below 5,200 feet in elevation. Though skunks can smell awful, they are very helpful in our fallen world. God gave them the job of pest control. They are omnivores and very opportunistic eaters. They like to eat berries, fruits, and mushrooms, but their favorite foods are insects like Japanese beetles, cutworms, and hornworms, all of which cause damage to vegetables and crops. They also will eat wasps, hornets, snakes, black widow spiders, cockroaches, and small rodents to help keep pest populations in check. One crazy fact about skunks is that they are immune to snake venom, which means they can eat venomous snakes, like a rattlesnake. Because of their special stinky spray, skunks have very few natural predators. One predator is the great horned owl, because it doesn't have much of a sense of smell at all, so it doesn't mind the spray. If you come across one in the wild on your hike, don't scream or shout. Keep quiet and back away slowly. That way, you're respecting the skunk's space and you're preventing yourself from getting a stinky spray. This is the trailhead for Rainbow Falls. It's not the hardest trail in the park, but it's definitely not the easiest, which means it's important that we're all prepared before we head out. I always take my backpack on any hike to make sure I bring along what I need. And since this is a longer hike, I've packed a lunch and some snacks to give me extra energy along the way, like lembas bread. Oh look, more lembas bread. I'm also bringing a first aid kit, binoculars for wildlife watching, a nature journal for documenting our hike, my backpack Bible for spending quiet time with God, and enough water for this hike. Remember, when your water's half gone, your hike is half over. Also, it's important to wear the right kind of footwear. This hike has different kinds of terrain, some of which can be slippery, so wear sturdy hiking boots or shoes with good traction, and maybe some ankle support too. This will help prevent slipping and losing your footing along the way. Because we are hiking for a longer distance and up in elevation, it's also a good idea to bring extra layers. Hiking when you're feeling overheated or cold is not fun. If you happen to get too cold or too hot as you make your way up, you can simply take off or add a layer and keep moving. So now that we're all ready, let's go find this waterfall and see if we can spot a rainbow.